Good afternoon, D&D TikTok and barbecue TikTok and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Barbecue. Let's get it done. As always, this series is inspired by the popular Roll for Sandwich series by Adventures in Ardia, and today we're using some bone dice sent to us by a fan. It's perfect timing considering, well, you know. But hey, out with the old, in with the new. It's time to roll for meat. 4 pork. All right, let's see how we're going to be making this pork today. Awesome. Pork belly. Pork belly is a really good thing to work with in the barbecue community. Of course, this is what bacon starts out as. But we're not making bacon today. We have these already cut in strips by our butcher, and we're going to put them onto some skewers. We're going to shorten the sticks, and we're ready to do our work. Now that we have these all prepped out, it's time to roll for binder. 3, hot sauce. Lately, I've had a lot of hot sauce sent my way, so we're going to do a sauce roll. 2, pork salt. We've used this sauce before on the channel. Not only does it have a great name, but it has a great flavor. So we're going to throw a few drops of hot sauce onto the pork belly and rub it in. We're going to let these sit for a couple minutes, and then we're going to roll for rubs. 3, Blues Hog, and 5, Dealer's Choice. We have 8 seasonings to work with, so we're going to use the D8. 2, Sweet and Savory. I think this is a solid pick for pork belly simply because you had those sweet profiles, and plus, it's going to exemplify those savory profiles. The nice part about putting this pork belly on a stick, it allows you to put that rub on easier. And for my dealer's choice, I'm going to use Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. I think the sweetness of this rub will add a nice flavor to the Blues Hog seasoning, plus it adds a nice kick to it that will pair nicely with the hot sauce. We're going to rest these for 30 minutes and we're going to roll for wood. 5, hickory wood. Hickory is honestly one of the best woods that you could use on pork. We're smoking this pork belly on the Char Griller Autocamato grill at 275 until we hit an internal temperature of 205 degrees Fahrenheit. While that's cooking, it's time to roll for Wild Magic. 11, grape jam or jelly. I'm actually not mad at this. We're using Smucker's Concord grape jam and we're going to throw it into a pan and heat it up. I want to liquefy this as much as I can so I can just brush it onto the pork. We're throwing this jam on the last 5 minutes on the grill so we can get it nice and sticky. Once we let them rest, and it doesn't look very appealing. But once I sliced into that pork belly, you could tell that bark was really well established and that meat was juicy. And the D20 sauce roll gives us hot sauce. This actually turned out to be a pretty solid roll for barbecue today. We're going to add a couple dashes of that hot sauce, and now it's time to eat. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is incredible. I know the color and the shape of this meal didn't really make this look very appetizing, but the flavor profile is out of this world. It has a great sweet heat, but it's not too sweet. That bark is so well established and it's crunchy and juicy. It's so hard to describe. It's not as sticky as I wanted it to be, so I would have probably added more sauce at the end. I think the seasoning was perfect on this pork. However, I think the best way to get this to a 10 out of 10 would be to mix the jam and the hot sauce in the pan and then brush it on afterwards. So for that, we're going to give this an 8.7 out of 10, and we're going to call these Porky Pops. And just like that, barbecue addicts, that's episode 30. Be sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and of course, we'll see you at the next barbecue.